Hi there. In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can use Zibbit to create an affidavit. It's a helpful tool because it's going to automate a lot of the tedious work involved. For example, in this video, we're going to generate a PDF and it's going to automatically include an appendix of our exhibits. For each exhibit in our appendix, we'll include a preceding tab page and signing page. It will also use hyperlinks wherever you refer to an exhibit, and it will include PDF bookmarks. But before I continue, I just want to mention that Zibbit is fully customizable. So if you don't need everything I listed off, you can make adjustments. So maybe you don't need the tab page or the signing page, or you may want to include a different page altogether. That can all be achieved through Zibbit. With that said, let's dive in. So here is our draft affidavit. And when we use Zibbit, it's a three-step process. So we're going to import our exhibits, then we're going to reference those exhibits throughout our document, and then finally we'll publish. So I'm going to start by clicking this button, and we have to select our exhibit folder. So this is a folder that exists on our local machine, and it contains our collection of exhibits. And so I'm going to click here, and I actually already have the folder selected. So I'm going to go ahead. Okay, next, we can select a template. I can click this button, and Zibbit provides an affidavit template out of the box. You can actually create your own templates, and I'll cover that in a different video. But for now, all you need to know is that a template is a collection of settings that are predefined. So when we're trying to create an affidavit, this is just going to make our life easier. So we can select that. And ordinarily, I would continue. But for the purpose of this demo, I'm actually going to remove the template and show you how we can apply it later on. So let's click Next and create the project. So here we have our files, and we can actually look at the contents. Here's our frog. Here's our robot and our water lily. And so now we can begin step 2 and reference these exhibits throughout our document. You can see here that we're referring to 3 exhibits, but these are just plain text. So we're going to replace them with our own references. All I need to do is go to the Frog PDF, click Insert, and do the same for the other references. Okay, so step 2 is done. And at this point, we could publish, but it would pretty much have everything we set out to accomplish, except it would be missing the tab page and the sign page. And the way that we handle that in Zibbit is if I click on this tab and go to templates, now we can apply that template that we showed in step 1. So I can click on this drop down, click apply. I'm going to confirm that I want to apply the template. And this template includes document properties. That's because we need to provide additional information so that it can use that when it's generating the signing page. Now, if all these properties aren't applicable for your requirements, just know that everything in Zibbit can be customized, and we'll cover that in a future video. But for now, we're going to use this information and continue. So I'll go with Kermit for the affiant. Let's go with today's date. And we'll make up a number here. Okay. So that's it. We've got everything set up, ready to go, and we can do step 3, publish. So here we're presented with additional settings that we can configure. Everything's already set up, but just to give you an example, if I look at appendix, you can see that we can specify where it should be inserted. And right now, the value is before the last page. And that's because if I scroll down, you can see that this affidavit has a back page. And so when we generate the PDF, I want this page to remain the very last page. But if I didn't have a back page, all I would need to do is select after the last page, and then the appendix would be the very last thing in our PDF. I'm going to change this back and publish. Before I can publish, I need to save the document, so I'll click OK. All right, let's see what we got. So here's our PDF, and if I look at the outline, you can see we have these bookmarks. I click on Exhibit A, takes us to the tab page. Then we have the signing page. You can see it's using the information that we provided. And then here is our exhibit. And if I go back to the top, you can see if I hover over these references, they're all hyperlinked. So I'll click on the last one, tab page, signing page, and our exhibit. And you can see the very last page is our back page. We accomplished everything we set out to do, but I want to show you one last feature of Zibbit, which is the editing experience. And this is something I want to show you because this can be a big pain point when you have to make changes, especially when they're last minute changes and that deadline is rapidly approaching. So you can imagine a situation where after discussions with your team or your client that maybe you don't want to include all the exhibits or you got to rearrange the paragraphs. So let's take that example. Let's move this paragraph to the start. And the problem here is that Exhibit B is the robot PDF, but because it now appears first in the affidavit, I actually would prefer that this exhibit gets reordered so it's at the top and that this label becomes Exhibit A and that this gets updated to Exhibit B and this can remain the same as Exhibit C. So the way we accomplish that in Zibbit is I click on the tab and I can click Sync. So after you've done all your edits, you can click this. And you can see that the robot PDF now appears first in our list and all the labels have been updated. That is another useful feature of Zibbit. So that's all I wanted to discuss in this video. I'm going to leave a link in the description. It'll take you to the website. You can register and download the plugin. Give it a try. I'd love to know your feedback, so feel free to leave comments. And yeah, thanks for watching and see you in the next one.